Resting.
But
really lane heavy focus here with the Razor off lane last pick. It is a bad matchup for the Razor or for the Troll, of course, but in the big picture kind of sense, this puts quite a lot of pressure on, I think, Insania to set up a lot of plays, right? They have no catch. Maybe Zygos Atos?
Ugh.
I don't know, man. This looks a little bit funky from Liquid this time around.
This looks like a hard to execute strat, which
yes.
I mean, I would consider Team Liquid to be the best. You need 4 staffs, you need Yules, there's so many ways to kite this here. You're talking about how that one matchup was really bad, but you can static link him now. So a lot of answers potentially. Just
and on top of that, you're playing into Bane, which I actually think is one of Troll's worst support matchups in the game because of Fiend's Grip, Nightmare, and Feeble. All 3 spells are really, really good against this hero. So yeah, I definitely True. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like it's mostly been true playing techies, but all right, they find him.
Available. Whirling axes onto 2. They're gonna focus on Nisha. This would be a very big kill. They're gonna get it very easily, and now the glimpse used, but Boxy able to get the tether on the Mickey, so he will live. Let's see how many bounties they can get out of this. It looks like it's still gonna be split.
Yeah. That's usually the trade-off. I mean, if you smoke 5 heroes like this, you're never gonna make it to the other 2, right? So.
Wait, can I go back
a nice
to, why did you say I was right about the Taiga? I never said.
Oh, they only got. They got 3. Okay, so it wasn't like, how to say? You were just mentioning Taiga hadn't, or that Taiga hadn't skilled yet on the techies, and I was like, in my mind, the moment techies was picked, I was like, this is true.
Oh, I see.
So that's surprising.
You're right.
You're right. He hasn't skilled yet.
You've had some great potential voice lines already today. I really like that. Okay, the glimpse in place is Chu. Might be taken out here, but he gets to the other tree line, Yuragi.
Yeah, this is going to be a hard lane for OG.
Yes, it is.
For sure. So it wasn't the IO Razor. They play the Razor Bane instead, which also doesn't have the synergy that it used to, where you could Nightmare and get a full drain off and then start chasing, because obviously after Static Link was changed to auto attack, if you Nightmare into drain, the Nightmare gets broken and Razor sleeps, so that doesn't really work anymore.
You can still use it to position better for the drain, right?
And then you can take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't useless. It doesn't Nightmare you, right?
It Nightmares the Razor when he starts attacking the Nightmare target.
Even through the Static Link.
Yeah, it's still an attack, right? So he should sleep. But you can just take it off instantly, so it doesn't really matter. As long as you're not stunned, you just remove it. And like a good start mid for Nisha as well.
The Mickey Bloodseeker with Boxy Io versus Taiga Techies and DM Doom. We'll see what his build ends up being, since we did see the position 1 variation from Arteezy. But I assume Midas will be on the menu at some point. As top lane, we're going to have a drain from Zai, but he's taking heavy damage from Yuragi. One more right click will do it. Chu actually gets credit via the Thunder Strike. And he's not even going to die for his transgression, so nicely done.
That is really good news for OG. Like, this kill is actually so massive because this is a lane that they should be unfavored in, but getting this bit of a head start is very helpful, and it makes you wonder, how come Liquid chose to lane like this instead of putting the IO with the Razor, which I feel like was the obvious choice. I think then Razor just flat out can't die in this lane. But maybe there's something I'm unaware of that they were looking to accomplish like this. Because I feel like Bloodseeker doesn't need the sustain of IO against this matchup. I think he's just going to free farm regardless, right? So and Bane obviously the more aggressive hero of the 2, but playing together with Razor is something IO is very adept at.
And we can see Taiga and Boxy fighting over this wave that was pulled. Sticky Bomb comes out, but not really going to connect on anything other than creeps. We have to dive a bit to try to get some last hits, because the lane has just... the equilibrium has changed. This is the new patch, of course. It spawns between the tier 2 and the tier 1. Lead them to the 7.33 notes to come. But Yuragi... Okay, so from a troll's perspective, Cinderin, what is the item build these days? Is it Battle Fury still? Do you need the farming mechanism?
Yeah, so most trolls we've seen have just gone Battle Fury into BKB. But I don't really mind it that much, to be honest.
Wouldn't. Doesn't even surprise me anymore.
Alright. Do you hate it? Do you hate it when Lion bites Meteor Hammer?
Then he has every mechanic in the game. Nisha getting some help from Boxy in the mid lane, so still has a couple charges on his bottle. The 6-minute room's going to be, seems like it's going to be pretty important. Bottom lane,
Good
though. Mickey, sticky bomb, and that's a nice initiation from that blast off, as I think DM wants to continue to pursue Mickey in the trees.
Oh, he's so
using
fast,
the phase boots to go right through Taiga, and he might just be fine, but
he's gonna need
miss
some
a lot
help.
of
He's getting
XP.
zoned from so much experience here.
Yeah.
Finally, help arrives through Boxy.
They have a ward, so they know he's in this area, but
So much against the Razor to offset this strength of this lane. Being a nightmare. Taiga's connecting top, and Zania could be in trouble here.
yeah, blast off is available inside the connect field. Connects onto 2, very nicely done. Sticky bomb to follow. Will likely go for Zai, and they'll get it, but Yuragi might pay the ultimate price. Oh, they do glimpse back the Lesh, but the kill comes nonetheless, so it's a 1-for-1. And it's a free trip back to...
Here comes
It's actually
BZM.
in the fountain, so that's very unfortunate for Nisha. And BZM comes in, and Sania is actually going to live. So wasted
Nice brain
effort
set
from
there. He
BZM.
depletes his mana pool, so he takes no damage from the...
Freaking creep anywhere, right?
Yeah, so just save it the whole
how it
game
goes.
for that
That's
moment.
what I do. Grip in the mid lane, BZM. It's going to be a full duration. That's going to set up Nisha's split earth, an easy kickoff for Liquid. My goodness.
And with these levels on Insania already, that means the tome will go to the IO, so in 20 seconds relocate will unlock for Team Liquid as well. And that's when things start getting a little bit dicey for OG. You have to be really careful with how you let Bane set up on side lanes. You have to have Disruptor ready to glimpse out the Lash. But at the same time, it also means you can set up some cool baits, because the way that Liquid are going to use Relocate is extremely telegraphed, right? That's like one play, more or less. I guess you could Rupture Relocate as well, but the Bane one will definitely be what you're looking at for the most part. Bottom lane, they find all my everything onto
into
him.
the Doom. Can they get the deny? Zai, not even gonna try for it apparently.
He can't.
DM is just gonna oh yeah, he's static linking. That's true. Too bad
Oh wait, he can, right? You can still hit allies while you're linking? I'm actually not sure.
I don't know.
Hit Ghost Walk Dawn.
I guess the Blood Ride Off actually does connect onto BZM, but he's blocking very nicely. But into a Sentry, so there's the Rupture. But the Tornado into the Meteor Hammer, EMP to follow. Boxy, though, is here to try to heal up his comrade, but he's stuck inside a Static Storm kinetic field. By Splitstone.
You sometimes see it as a late item on
The grip set up by the nice Humbler's Toy. Zai. Okay, Yuragi, he does have his ult. He's gonna use it, but of course now he doesn't have control of his hero. Very cool design, but there's the blast up, and Doom gets off the Doom onto the Lesh Nisha, and the Meteor Hammer actually connects onto 2. Can they get the deny? Will they be able to even try? And yes, Boxy right-clicks his teammates, so no gold for OG. The Troll died as well, and DM will follow. Great turnaround from Liquid. They lose Nisha, but they get several heroes in response.
Yeah, and
Mickey
then Nisha kills even the deny, so they got nothing.
Static Storm into the kinetic field. The BZM still invisible here, but they don't have enough to potentially get this kill. And Insania showing himself. Cold Snap is going to be a very easy kill here for BZM. Boxy attempting to TP out. Yuragi will be able to get the cancel, so 2 support kills for OG here.
Or something like that, and just getting to go in, smoking in here.
Oh, they're going high ground. Nisha pops his Bloodstone already. BZM, oh, that's a nice Static Storm. Basically just on the Nisha, and a great initiation from Taiga again. But
Great NATO.
Indeed it is. Nisha is dead. Now the Doom applied to Mickey, but he's extremely fast. He can just try to right-click through the DM. Attempting to TP out will be successful, but the grip will be reserved for BZM. So at the very least, Liquid gets something, the support and the mid for their mid. Goes out. Top. OG.
Reload from Boxy.
Be able to get the jump here. Yeah. Chu is going to have to use a Static Storm as BZM attempting to run away. Looks like he might be fine, but top lane. He did have some action, but doesn't come into anything. Mickey did pop the BKB already. Zai shows up with his newly picked up BKB. So across the board, 2 separate ganks and 2 separate supports dead.
Yep. Nisha's gonna have his BKB arrive now as well.
Would want to go in. Blink Dagger now available on DM. Last midfield. We'll spot him out. The BKB popped by Zai. DM trying to outrun it. He's getting slowed by the lightning storm though. Pops with BKB finally. That'll kind of break that little section up, but Taiga jumps in. Not really able to connect the blast off successfully. Instead, it's going to be set up for Nisha to take him out in turn. Rupture applied to Chu as Mickey come to play. So that's BKB. Doesn't really need to use it. Gets glimpsed back, and he'll be happy with that. So Liquid get 2, and they're trying to do some damage to the tier 2 tower. The wave has not fully connected, though. Keep in mind, and OG's feels like they're sniffing this out a bit. BZM breaks the smoke. Okay, he's going to be spotted. But there's the jump in from. DM gets the Doom off successfully onto Nisha. Trying to apply as much pressure as they can as BZM was pursued by Zai, but now he has to try to run away. Nisha is just getting targeted horribly. Beautifully done from OG. They lose their Invoker, though, but they get 2 cores in turn. Iragi attempting to TP out will be fine. Chu, not so much. So 2 for 3. Favor going to OG. So, you can see the jump on to Insania. Looks to be an easy one for OG. Okay. Team Liquid, despite losing a member, will be going for the Roche, but it's going to be scouted up by the Sunstrike. But we can see on the minimap, OG are not that close. And yeah, without a Doom, do they even try to contest? They're going to be scouted out as well, though, with the scan. And Roche is actually out of the pit, and he still has a decent amount of HP left as a DD spawns.
Full damage.
Oh boy, Mickey redoubling his efforts now, no pun intended, onto Roche as Zai, creating a good amount of space, and that's enough for Liquid to secure the Aegis. Might cost him his life, and yeah, he just gets obliterated, but Boxy comes in with the ult. Taiga taking the brunt of the damage for the time being, and they're going to find BZM as well. So 2 quick kills.
Into max out Exort, so he has good damage, and you have the Doom, who's like an X factor in that regard. But yeah, I'm a little bit worried as well about his output. I'm gonna lose Taiga here.
Right before the disarm came out. Ooh. Oh wait, Chu doesn't have the glimpse anyway, but they actually come back with Mickey. Alright, he gets the Rupture onto DM. They actually want to fight on the doorsteps of OG's base and bashing Iragi into oblivion. And DM still has his ult available, but obviously doesn't want to use it. That is getting completely wiped outside of BZM.
That is such a sexy play, man. That's like... Alright, he's gonna get Sunstruck, so at least... But like...
Curse lives on, yeah.
It was just... That was just so good from Liquid. Like, okay, so one thing is that they pull it off, but it's about how short time they have to set the...
Yeah, that's fair. So he's going for Octarine first.
Yeah, pretty standard, but he is going to struggle to find targets. If Lesh uses BKB and he has Lincolns... Oh wait, never mind, he's getting the Hex first. Again, it's coming out. Alright, Hex on the way.
Fakes the Doom to force the BKB from Zai. Very nicely done. As Chu using the Ogre Seal Cone to buy himself some space. Nice static storm. Disruptor's going to be the first to fall though. As the Doom applied to the blood,
he gripped again.
And the grip again just destroys Troll Warlord. VM nightmared, and this might be the end of game number 1. At the very least, they'll get 2. Well, actually, there's still a tier 2. There's still a tier 2 mid. There's a tier 1 bot, so
yeah,
one set of rack.
Insanely hard for OG to win, and they have to win it. If Uragi dies again here and doesn't have buyback, then oh boy,
Life near. All right, Uragi.
Right. Got the Lincolns off on the Rupture.
Taiga gets sheep though. He's done. And Zai actually pops a premature BKB, pops a refresher as well. And they'll get the second support in all likelihood. The static storm place just because he's gonna die. 45 seconds on the deck, basically for both supports. As Zai will live through this engagement. Meanwhile, top lane, we see the relocate, but Isla's going to be the one to fall. Along with BZM, of course, so it's a great trade for Liquid as DM looks to be next on the list. Liquid's just getting everything that they want. They're all...
Okay, health.
Yeah. So pop the Lincolns onto Mickey. There's the stun coming out, but an instant hex onto Taiga. BKB's pop galore. Tekis is dead to start the fight. DM looks like he is ruptured and attempting to TP out. Very ambitious. BZM gets off a nice tornado with the zoning kinetic field. Goes in,
the blink dust.
He's dusted. Deafening blast.
Still get out.
Yeah, he's going to be pretty annoying to get through. So they'll engage into them.
I think a well-placed static storm is big enough, probably, but
True.
it puts extra pressure on Chu's positioning. He's been canceling it quite well with storms so far. Oh, Taiga.
He is. Oh, that's
a little bit early on the blink there, but
okay. His fingers are just too fast, you know. As they're gonna continue to try to chase as OG. Oh, that's a rupture.
Got it off.
Yuragi can ult and just run away if he wants to. He's not gonna attempt it right now. Okay, they're actually gonna jump in. DM jumps in with the Aghanim Scepter Doom. Buyback not available on the techies, and DM just melts, and this is a disaster for OG. Yuragi takes the second rupture now that Mickey is level 25. And he does have buyback, so see if they attempt another. Okay, that's a refresher, apparently, as BZM trying to stand his ground, but it's just holy. And just like that, I think the game ended.
Game over.
Gracious.
You all died.
Refresher is strong.
Yeah, what an absolute clean engage from Liquid. That was just completely perfect. They got everything they wanted. They get the rupture onto the troll. He doesn't have TP, so he can't get out. On his second life, they have a refresher. They rupture again. Mickey is level 26, so he has 4 ruptures. And yeah, they're going to try to buy back here and fight the 2v5. Good luck, OG.
Yeah, good luck. Yuragi does have his BKB after all of that. He gets sheep, though, and he is going to be brought down before he can even activate his golden item.
Didn't expect Grip to be ready, but it's a 55-second cooldown with that axe.
That's it for game number 1. Very entertaining game, though. OG played well, and Liquid just a little bit better. Able to capitalize. I mean, OG taking a second rush definitely made it more interesting, but the troll...
The pacing is really good, but
But looking. People are looking at our faces.
Oh wait, I know which sword.
We're not seeing the Sven sword on your face.
It just looked from a it looks different because of the angle, but it's an immortal indeed. I forgot what it's called. Vigil something maybe.
Okay, thanks.
Much.
Yeah, we've seen that before. As they're going to collide here, Yuragi gets off the early Stormhammer. Nisha, is this going to be a second game in a row that he gets first blooded? And indeed, that is the case. Didn't seem to matter last game. OG on the board already.
Trade was 2 for 2 as well. So good head start here for the side of OG. They do get the D ward on the obs from Insania, which is not insignificant. It's 50 experience for them heading into bottom. So effectively we'll have the same experience as the Sven and techies that were involved in that first blood. And yeah, they chose to play the Ench together with the Mars instead of the Io with the Mars, which I thought they were going to do, but Io Anti-Mage will be the top lane of choice.
Stormhammer expending the bot lane. I mean, from Sven's side, Cinderin, how often do we see him as position 1 these days?
Do we ever see him as anything else these days? I feel like the fad of playing him support doesn't really...
Yeah, it was very brief and underwhelming. But
it had its games.
What the... Come on, dude. Garbage. He's just an aura bot.
I mean, you saw some of Entity's strats when they were playing Sven Visage Pudge, and that shit was really strong. But
because Pudge is in the game, you can't lose with Pudge.
True.
The fans will love you forever. What do you build on this hero, though? Is it like an Echo Saber?
I think
Taiga? Okay.
This is probably the last hero in Dota that regularly builds Mask of Madness. So I think he'll build Mom into either Echo or BKB and then Dagger. That's pretty much the standard build.
I see. Well, he's gonna
good pressure here on
more mana onto Enchantress.
Chu is in trouble now, though.
He is.
His position is completely compromised.
Spear for 5 seconds, but he's getting blocked. Sticky Bomb not going to connect. Spear's coming up now. It'll be a blind spear potentially. It does hit. And Chu looks to be dead thanks to the God's Rebuke. But on the other side, looks like Taiga gets taken out as well. So Liquid getting the best of both lanes.
This top lane is going to be so hard for OG if Anti-Mage gets ahead. Their lane is completely reliant on having mana on Beastmaster to do anything. And Mickey is just going to... Every time he gets a chance, he's going to go for some pot shots at him. He's rushing boots here as well, which we don't see Anti-Mage just do all that often. But he's just going to play with boots and tether and just run at them all the time in this lane. Mid lane's also going great for Nisha, so good start for Liquid overall. All 3 lanes are in great shape in this game.
Nisha 19-3, BZM 12-1. BZM doing a good job of using the Forge Spirit to ensure that he denies one rune and takes the other. We'll see what they end up doing for power rune in 6 minutes. Electric Vortex from Nisha, but more so for harassment. Not able to get the kill quite yet.
Taiga is suffering so much top. Like,
yeah,
even with the Jingu stacks, he can't stand his ground against this.
His AM. Well, now that he's out of mana, he doesn't take that much damage. There's the Boundless Strike to follow. Alright, use the Mango there as well. Nisha continuing to get hounded by this pesky Forge Spirit in the mid lane. Water runes in 30 seconds. We'll see if BZM's able to deny one again.
Yep. Would be pretty good for him to send the Forge Spirit to the top one and go for the bottom one, or vice versa. But obviously, I guess ideally he sends his hero to the one that Storm wants to go to and has the Forge on the other, because Storm can just click it before the Forge Spirit can, and then he will be guaranteed it. But doesn't look like BZM will be on time. Ben, who absolutely has to do that. Are you going a little bit too much on the slow side instead of playing Quas Wex against, say, Anti-Mage and the Storm, who, with a Meteor Hammer, you're actually a really good catch for these 2 heroes. I think we'll see if it pays off. It seems a little bit on the greedy side for me.
I got TP's in mid. Not sure if they were trying to actually get the kill on Nisha, but they forced him back with a Cold Snap. Power Rune in 30 seconds. See if there's any rotations from the supports outside of Taiga. Try to ensure the mid laners get the rune.
Siege creep, and they're bringing over Nisha. Siege creep alive minute 8:45 here. This has been a very slow push from Mickey to get to the tower, but the payoff is big.
Oh, wow.
Kill Yoragi with Zion and Sania. They take the
they
top.
are all over the place.
This map is bleeding. So, I can't stress enough how screwed OG are getting in this game right now. This is really, really rough times. And again, you chose Quasic Sword Invoker against this. It's not like BZM is going to just run around the map and save you guys right now. He needs some time, and where is it going to come from? The whole map is just falling apart. Minute 9. Guy
already
gets
on the
back combo
foot.
on Chu.
Here. Oh, all right.
They
disrupted the Meteor Hammer, and Yoragi coming. There's the roar with the Meteor.
Okay.
The Meteor Hammer and the Meteor, and all these Meteors being put into good use, and then they get it.
All right, they calm down the situation a little bit. They put out one fire, but here comes the next one, maybe.
Nisha, that's Arcane Rune. He's gonna get tornadoed.
Big Mana
Boy does connect. Not that much damage. Only level 1, of course, but BZM looks to be mega dead.
Chu died trying to help.
And the techies as well, as OG just dropping like flies. Now the tier 1 tower is likely what
Taiga went to cut the wave.
Uh-oh. Yeah, they're gonna get that kill.
Went to his grave.
Rune. Jesus.
And another one.
Kill onto Yoragi, man. They are all over the place. DM is here, but no. Okay.
He might actually live here because I went for more.
Surprisingly, yeah. Nisha trying to focus on BZM, but BZM doing a lot of damage to Nisha in the meantime. But they do take out the Beastmaster via Zai's Mars Arena. Be the trade for Io, so at the very least OG do save their Sven, which is a big deal. And Zai kind of stuck in a weird spot, but Mickey trying to back him up. Taiga showing himself very all over the place.
Oh, he found BZM with the spear.
Meteor Hammer, BZM gets destroyed. Mickey showing off that beautiful level 1 mana void. And now Chu completely out of mana.
New spear. Oh, nice sidestep from Taiga. Clutch.
He's in a bit of trouble now. No balance strike for a few seconds, but they find another kill onto OG, and now Taiga will be next. Double kill for Mickey, who's participating in fights with a beautifully done from Boxy.
And now OG actually needs to be careful because there's some backup in the area here.
Top lane. Oh, he's attempting to TP out. Mana Void cancels, and Yoragi is dead.
Instant tether away from Boxy. Doesn't get caught. Found you all over the place. Just kill you non-stop if you try to farm.
the arena. BZM. Oh, nice stun from Taiga. I don't think it's going to save the Invoker in the end, though. Deafening Blast onto one. There's the stun from Chu, or the... No, it's not a stun yet. He doesn't have the shard, but either way, they lose their Invoker. And Liquid just rolling away with this thing. But Yuragi wants to play. Pops the God Strength, but he's completely outnumbered. And Nisha looking for Taiga. They'll get him. Mickey shows up now. Finishes the Vanguard again.
But that was perfect on defense.
Yuragi very angry that Mickey is trying to get his farm. Nice shot from the Cold Snap coming in. Mickey able to get out of dodge though. Very, very difficult kill. In bot lane, while this is all happening, the majority of Liquid just pushing this tier 2. The fortification has been used now from OG. And they're gonna go for the mid lane. ZM trying to get off the spear is Zai. Might not even need it though. Gonna save it for a rainy day as DM gets off his primal roar. And that's about all he does. Now the question remains, when will Liquid get the next Roche?
It's too long. It's 100. It's 1,000 range on the tether. I don't.
We're gonna have a fight. Arena onto 2, and a Meteor Hammer onto 2, and a Mana Void onto 2. And Liquid up in a 5v3 now. They can go Roche.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know where which memory they visited to find this Mars, but Zai has just been completely owning it up this game. Like, everybody in their team is playing incredibly well.
What is the reason Mars has not been picked very much? I know it was nerfed a couple patches ago.
Yeah. I think he's struggling to find the same presence in lane a lot, but this time they played with Ench, so they have a strong way of enabling the Mars.
Who is...
Like, gonna swing. There we go.
14k lead for Liquid at the 21-minute mark. Yuragi still not finished with his BKB. 600 gold away from that as Mickey wants to come and play. Gonna get stunned up though. Obviously with that Aegis, not even remotely scared as they did end up getting the Beastmaster in the bot lane. Tier 2 tower looks to be what Liquid are going to set their sights on and likely high ground to follow. But it is against a very...
Oh, they saw the monkey. Taiga's dead. Surely. Hey, nice stun. Oh, maybe not. Okay. Nice.
He's okay. Actually, OG1 trying to fight this. If they can get Nisha, this would be huge. But he pops the BKB. Puts off the Electric Vortex, looking for a kill so he can zip away. Foxy. No ultimate to work with, but Mickey has now come, and Yuragi's just going to get chased to the ends of the earth, which don't go very far, apparently. Flat Earthers were right.
It's probably something along the lines of Storm and AM get overconfident and dive the base, but hasn't happened yet. They're going to kill the Invoker mid.
And their the high ground take for Liquid theoretically is not very good, and the high ground defense for OG is quite good. But then again, they do have Meteor Hammer, of course.
That helps. Zai was preparing for this. He's played a lot of pubs where people give up minute 10. He knew 6 minutes in that this was inevitable, so... Yeah, I mean, for a team...
Drums is there for BZM. Alright, Taiga looking for a pick off. The Mars Arena from Zai is going to get storm bolted. Inside the Wukong command now, Nisha jumps in, gets off the BKB, and the OG members are just melting. And the big Mana Void comes out. That's the 3rd kill for Liquid. Now all their sights are focused on Yuragi and company as GG's finally come out. Ultra kill for Mickey as Liquid end this game in style. And this was, this is a Gavins level shellacking. It was not even remotely close.